this would be annoying for your transition, wouldn't it?
It would be very annoying.
Let's go.
All right. So, endgames.
Endgames.
They're changing.
Yes.
As you can see there, I've got current on the left, and I've got what we're planning on the right.
Yes.
Care to talk to us a little bit about what the current endgame is like?
I will somewhat read off the screen.
That's fine.
As we go through it. Yeah. So as it stands now, we've got they're called endgame crises, but I don't think they really satisfied what we wanted them to do, which is ultimately the problem. And as per the list, most of the time they just spawned a bunch of armies, and they didn't really change up the gameplay that we wanted to. We wanted it to be a big moment where, there is a threat, there is something that's coming in, not just like, here's 10 armies.
Yeah.
And obviously, 10 armies is a threat, but it's not necessarily interesting. It doesn't change the mechanics. So what we're looking to do now is when we hit these specific new end games, one is technically an evolution because Vermintide's already in the game, but we'll be having the new Vermintide. We've got the Chaos Invasion and Nagash turning up. There will be a foreshadowing moment of, by the way, it's this end game.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware who's going to come and ruin your day.
Yeah.
And then when the actual event starts, we will have a nice little moment of a cinematic as you come in and you go, oh no, who is the big bad? Yep. It'll come out.
Good morning, everyone.
What this is actually going to do to your campaign experience, where they have some bespoke mechanics, which we'll maybe see in a second.
Yep.
But yeah, the big thing.
Apologies, I'm a little late.
The old one also was like standard campaign AI. Everything was shared because it was quite a generic formula. When we made it, we thought this is a great idea. It'll be like quite templateable. We can reuse it.
Yeah.
And in practice, what that meant was this is bland. We probably should have done more. And now we are going, let's do more. So all of them are bespoke in some way, and there's a bit more effort put in.
So, go ahead.
The old ones are
new crises will be very, very good.
Queer knows crisis events now. So these are the big end game scenarios.
Yep.
So just to set the scene, as Sean said, these ones are really here to impact.
Yep.
Your
they're gonna have final
experience
battles. That's
quite
gonna be really nice.
a level.
Yeah.
So is the intent? So would you have both a crisis event and an endgame event during your campaign? So
if you so choose. I mean, the crisis events are very much like, in the mid game, someone.
Oh, they're
gets a
keeping
power
the
bump.
crises
That's effectively
too.
how
That's
it works
good.
right now. The dwarves, they've got a big power bump, but it hasn't actually changed your campaign playout a great degree, other than one of the factions are supercharged now. These end games are supposed to be actually changing the way the campaign is going to play, and how the other AI interact with you. When Archaon turns up, everyone's probably going to universally agree, maybe we chill a bit until he's gone.
Maybe not Archaon.
Yeah, well, no, maybe he's got his own stuff going on, but all the non-Chaos factions will probably agree maybe there's bigger problems on the horizon.
Yeah.
But yeah, the crisis events can still happen.
Okay, there we
but
go.
they
We're all
aren't
caught up.
the big moment. The end game scenarios are the big moments.
Yep. And one of the things
I'm really,
so
really
what
excited.
We're going to dive into just a couple
make
of
CA
very
louder?
work in progress in development screenshots of Archaon's endgame event, but very difficulty curves. So the three endgame events, they're spiking at different times, or
yeah. So the Archaon one is very much at the get go. Don't mess with Archaon. He's going to come in with a unified chaos.
Yeah.
And for all of this giant unified form of chaos and all of the different pieces of the mechanic you'll probably get a glimpse at in a second, he is effectively, not literally, but effectively untouchable.
Yeah.
Like, he is so amped to the nines.
I really hope
the gameplay goal
they
there
have
is
a version that's
weaken
like
his forces,
hard. Oh, there's
weaken
going to be
the united
unique
chaos,
music and
and
movies.
then eventually...
This looks really
take a look.
good.
let's go to our next screenshot.
I'm spoiling it all.
I will give a public apology. That says patch 9.0. It's meant to say update 9.0. I've not used our correct terminology. So everyone pretend that says update. Well, shall we talk about Archaon's endgame event?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
People seem pretty excited by these updates. So let's show them a little bit of what they'd get to experience. So when does this pop up?
So we've got our foreshadowing moment of, where's Archaon gone? That's suspicious. And then about 10 turns later, we'll have on the start of the turn, we'll have the nice, if you remember back to Warhammer 1 when we had the Chaos Invasion cinematic.
Yep.
It's effectively in that vein of setting the tone that things are going to get bad.
Yep.
And then when you come out, you'll get this, and this will give you an explanation of
All
what is the
Chaos
theme,
Aligned
who
factions
is
have
the
united
trouble,
under
how do you stop it?
Archaon.
That
Oh
is
my
trouble.
lord.
Yeah.
All right, so
a couple of
all
different mechanics are
Chaos
on there at the
joins
moment. So we're starting
Archaon.
with a very high ward save, which I think you'd hinted at.
Regions
So-
raised
so
during the
don't
endgame
immediately
cannot be
go and take
occupied
Archaon.
until
I mean, you
Archaon
can.
is defeated.
I wouldn't.
We look forward to the challenge.
Yeah.
So the world is being
Someone
obliterated.
asking then, where will Archaon be on the map if you weren't playing as him?
So, because all of this is development and progress, that is actually one of the things that we were still
Provinces
speaking.
in which
But
half or more of the
generally, we're
regions
trying
will be
to
raised
get
will
him
become
and his,
devastated. Devastation
friend-
causes large
the
penalties
friends
to
of
all
chaos,
adjacent
to be
provinces.
close enough to you that it's relevant. We don't want it to be
Here, I'll
you're in
move over here for a
Lustria
second.
and Archaon is
And
all the way
then
in the
all
old world and
factions
completely
fighting against
untouchable
Chaos
and thus
invasions receive
irrelevant.
huge diplomatic
But we
bonuses
are
to each
still
other while the Chaos is
fine-tuning
ongoing.
what feels right, because we don't want him to be
Archaon's
primarily
force is
invading
impossibly
Lustria
strong
to
at the
be-
start
yeah,
of the
you know,
invasion.
his
You
big moment
must
doesn't
weaken
really
him
work.
before you have
So
any hope of
that is
defeating him in
something we're still
battle.
fine-tuning.
Each invasion
And
force
these
defeated anywhere
mechanics
the
that they're
world
seeing on
would
screen
reduce
now,
Archaon's
these are
ward save by
unique to Archaon's endgame,
1%.
right? So the other two
You have to
may have
defeat
similarities, but overall are a
All of
different
Archaon's
experience.
baby
Yes, I mean,
forces to
there are
bring him down
similarities
by
in terms of what the
1%.
goal might be or how you might counter something, but the
Yeah.
actual mechanic itself is, very
There are
unique.
5
Yep.
dark fortresses
So I
from
think
the
we actually have a
invasion.
screenshot
Each located
of,
somewhere in the world. Destroying these dark
I let it
fortresses will
happen.
reduce
I let-
Archaon's ward
let
save by
this endgame trigger.
10%. So
And,
Archaon's functionally invincible until you weaken him.
This is, if anyone can work out where that is, they'll work out it is a very different looking version of what that area of the map should look like. So are we talking about different visuals
Holy
then for these
shit.
endgames?
Yeah, if you
Oh
don't
my
stop
god,
Archaon,
dude, that's
the
like
world's going to get much smaller. very
that's the
quickly.
Lara Lord.
And the only way to... I mean,
That's
we're
Middenheim,
clearly,
that's
for those that have
Brass
been following
Keep.
us, seeing our devastation
Holy
visuals as the world is being
shit.
destroyed. And throughout the end game, work in progress as it stands today, as the regions are raised and destroyed
damn,
during
the
the end
world
game,
looks
you cannot
bad.
recolonize them until the end game of Archaon is resolved.
Yep.
So he's really hampering
Yeah,
you
this is the
going for
Empire.
that domination victory.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to get rid of them.
So we're seeing
Look how
Chaos
dramatically
factions
different it
united
is.
under Archaon.
Yeah.
They're getting stronger. They're taking out settlements.
Yeah.
We can't immediately just go and take them back.
No.
So it is you're kind of being really confronted with this is the end of the world unless you step up and stop it. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I have to say about that. New UI that they've seen, new music. I've seen quite a lot of people excited for.
Yeah, there's that monitor just turned off.
That's gonna be a
Whatever. Yeah, there's a new piece of music for each of the end games that goes with it, and it's we've been calling it our mood change because as it happens, we see some of the devastation. The lighting will
Archaon's
change
ward
when
save
you're in the
bonus,
devastation.
94%.
play
Jesus
when
Christ.
the beginning of it happens. So we'll have that
Fantastic.
cinematic.
Amount of
will
the
come out,
world
we'll get the,
destroyed. That's
Archaon's
so
here
fun.
moment,
Yeah.
and we'll get the chaos end.
Look at that.
music of-
You just get
Be
a
careful.
25% of the world has been
does.
destroyed.
Yeah.
It does, and we're
This
saying there's
looks
going
so
to be 2 more
fun.
kind of variants of that.
This looks like
Yeah.
so much
We'll
fun.
feature the end games.
And I've got here then.
50
So what is?
invading armies,
How are we
5
stopping
invasion
Archaon then at the
fortresses.
very end of it?
You have to fight him, aren't you? You have to beat
This
him
looks
up
great.
and then take
This
him
looks
back
really,
close to final
really,
stand.
really, really
I
good.
think there's a couple of hints as well. With the number of invasion forces remaining, right? So they're reducing ward save a little bit. There are other ways to reduce ward save.
Yeah, so I again, work in progress.
Yeah.
All of this could change, but right now it's mostly about taking out his lieutenants.
Yeah, can you grab me the remote and can you grab me the mouse? Yeah, thank you very
This
much.
is all live.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can take out his lieutenants or the Chaos Lords, and you can go after the Chaos Portal Fortresses, which is the in-progress name
Yeah.
for what they are. Which is why it sounds a bit of
Catchy.
a mouthful. No, it's actually it's really slick, that term. But effectively, what a Chaos Portal Fortress is we designate a part of the world where the barrier between the realm of chaos and the mortal world is being weakened at a portal, and that is a danger point for forces to come from.
Yep.
So you want to shut that down because 1, that's a danger point, and 2, that does weaken Archaon and the overall invasion.
Fantastic. Then we're not going to talk about the other 2
No.
because we are going to save that for you guys to be able to see yourselves. But we are going to talk about, while we're on the topic of him, Archaon. So Archaon's had.
Oh, okay. I'm
little
very,
touch
very
on it.
curious about the new Archaon stuff.
Let me get. We'll start off with the pictures.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And Dorgar as well.
That'll be our next picture.
Oh, wow.
If Dom can come in,
Look
Mr.
at the
Producer, and just
detail
log into that
glow
PC,
up.
it would save me a big headache. So, what have we got here? What
Wow,
are we
he
looking
is way more
Archaon,
detailed.
isn't it?
It is. He looks a bit darker.
He's a bit more moody and broody.
So this isn't, as I can see, this isn't a complete remodeling, right? It's a bit of a texture update. So we're not sitting there saying we've completely redone the model, but you can see he's a bit broodier, he's a bit darker.
just a bit more befitting for.
Exactly.
He looks
Someone in
a
the chat was saying
lot
he's got
better.
more aura, and I
Yeah.
don't fully understand what that means,
He's
but I
been
understand enough.
aura-farming.
You see like the
Oh,
runes
I don't know
carved
if you
into his
want to
helmet.
set that. That'll be clipped. All right.
He's mogging on them all.
Oh, okay. And also his horses. Thank you,
there
Don.
you go.
That one, please.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
Dorger.
Yes.
Dorger looks a lot
Yeah,
better
Dorger
too.
looks
Wow,
like-
okay, so
I
they
think
just
the
they
big
just
thing
really
is
up-res
between
his
Warhammer
textures.
1 lighting and the setup of our initial game and Warhammer 3, a lot has changed over the course of our technology, our assets, and so on.
So
And now we've got
so
to a
they
point
just
where
like
we felt
vastly
that he didn't
improved the
quite
lighting,
match the rest of
textures.
the game's atmosphere.
No.
So we thought he needed that texture update.
That's it. You have to remember, like these models are at least 10 years old now.
Yeah.
I forgot that they can't see me, so I've just run off camera and fixed some things.
Did Rick
you
just say
pretended.
mogging?
That was
Yeah,
fantastic. Fantastic work. Alongside that, then, a little change to weapons.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't have a before for this, so they're going to have to
It's to imagine.
imagine.
Or just load up the game.
Exactly. Load it up now and have a look. So just a few little changes there, but that isn't all the
Sign
changes coming to Archaon.
unlike Van Balthar.
No.
Such devastation was not
Okay.
my intention. Yeah, that's good.
We'll
No,
move on.
he's got some campaign updates as well. So I think I might have seen a couple of Reddit threads about it, and we've had it in the works for a while. And I think it might have been me who said it years ago on Champions of Chaos. That we always wanted Archaon to be able to confederate the other Chaos factions,
Yeah.
but our technology literally didn't allow it at the time.
Yep.
It now does allow it.
Yeah.
So what we can do is, very much Norska inspired. If he beats up any of the other Chaos factions, and that's not just the Warriors of Chaos, that's also the likes of Scarbrand and the Demons, he can say, "You work for me now because I'm."
Okay,
big
so
bad Chaos man."
Archaon is now
Epic
officially
version,
the
right?
greatest
Well, exactly,
Pokemon
yeah.
master in
So
the
how
world.
many people are we talking about he can confederate
I
here?
didn't count beforehand.
20 something?
It's a lot. It's quite a few. Yeah.
So,
We
so
were
Archaon
maybe
is,
thinking
is,
of getting a
the-
picture
is the
of him with all
Pokemon
of them
master of
around.
Chaos.
It looked a
All
bit,
stood up,
yeah, it looks a bit like the Justice League, maybe, or the Unjustice League.
Yeah.
I have a few questions from chat. I'm just going to have a quick look through and see which of these we can ask. That's why I needed to get this monitor up. Will the new corruption be visible for players playing non-chaos or death factions?
It's not necessarily new corruption. It's devastation. So there are ways that the devastation will happen, not just the end game. So Nagash's core mechanics actually use the devastation visuals to show that he's killing the
Bellicor
world.
win.
Yeah.
Hopefully
So
Bellicor will
everyone,
get a
regardless of whether
notable
you buy
focus
the
at some
DLC or
point.
not,
It's
you
not gonna
will
be
see
now.
the world be updated based on the goings on of the other factions.
Yep. Where will Archaon start on the map if you're not playing as him?
He's still in the same place, but if he becomes the end game, he goes walkabouts for a bit, and that's part of that escalation of
Build
like,
up, right.
where's the bad
What
guy
faction
gone?
does that
Yeah.
count? It's probably going to be
Suddenly he's
Warriors
there.
of Chaos, all of the Mono Gods,
If you're
and
playing as
Norska.
Chaos, how will you fight Archaon?
So as it stands today, work in progress. We don't do this end game if you're playing as Chaos, because all of Chaos unite into one single. We hate the rest of the world unified force, the Injustice League, like you
Yep.
said. So we felt that if you were
Gonna regret
playing, if you were playing as a Chaos faction, it didn't really have that big moment of like, oh, I've got a new enemy, I've got a new thing to challenge, because they
I
would
think that makes
effectively be
sense.
on your side.
Like if
So it
you're
wouldn't
playing
actually
if you're
be
playing as one of the
big moment
factions
you
that
want.
would be
You just
aligned
get a
with the
really
big bad,
ally.
I think it makes
So
sense
as
that
it
you
stands,
wouldn't
It doesn't happen.
you shouldn't get that
It's work in
trigger.
progress.
However-
so it might change.
What another question is, how does the end game work if you are Archaon?
Oh well, obviously you are the end game, and I feel like we're jumping ahead a little bit.
Are we? No, this is it.
Oh, is this perfect timing?
This is perfect timing.
Oh man, what prep we do on this stream. Yeah, so as you go through your campaign as Archaon, when you complete your short victory, you will get the option of, would you like to keep playing your standard Archaon Warriors of Chaos loop, or would you like to become the equivalent of an end game?
Oh,
At that
Archaon
point,
gets a
you can no
unique
longer
storyline
occupy territory,
campaign.
and you can only destroy territory. And when you destroy enough regions in a province, it will come devastated. Every devastated province then adds to your total power level.
Yep.
And you become a pseudo version of what Archaon's endgame is.
I think that is
Holy
so cool.
shit!
The ability to become an endgame. I mean, a lot of players joke that the player is the endgame, but to take that and be with Archaon, no, this is you are the.
You quite literally
So
are.
you can be you can
that's
become
really
the
cool.
Ever Chosen, literally
Other
get.
questions we had here. So there was a
buffed by
question I think we've
destroying the
kind of
world.
touched on, which is, are the current crises being reworked?
They're being. So the Vermintide one
Yep.
is, because that is one of our 3 big end games. The other ones are being adjusted so that it works alongside the end game, but it isn't our focus right now.
Yep. That makes
That's
sense.
the answer.
Thank you. I was just seeing if that's a question, but actually it was it was not. It was someone going holy moly, which is the brand safe version. Okay, cool. We've got maybe a little thing about another Chaos champion who you want to mention?
Oh, yeah. So Sigvald, when we did Azazel and we made a Slanesh champion, and everyone told us, why is Sigvald an undivided champion? We agree. Why is he an undivided champion?
Sigvald
he
getting
will
fixed?
become a Slanesh champion in the future.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing to mention about Archaon is we are looking to integrate Wrathmongers and Skull Reapers into the Warband trees. So again, something that people were asking about. Now is the time that we're gonna.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
it was a
Wrathmongers and
somewhat-
Skull
Let's wait
Reapers
till we do.
are
the End Times
getting
DLC
are joining the
to
upgrade
bring in
tree
the
for the
End
Warriors
Times unit that came
for
with Archaon.
appropriate
Yeah,
Warriors of
Archaon gave
Chaos.
access to. So we're updating his warband to get them as well.
So if you bought Archaon 10 years ago,
Sigvald is
now
going
you're
to be
get
a
the whole new experience of
Slanesh
Archaon,
Warriors of
already had
Chaos
one
campaign,
rework. Her
not
second
undivided.
rework, where he gets his own mechanic.
I don't
the
think
rework.
Sigvald's moving to Slanesh.
So I
Sigvald's
will
moving to
pop up
Slanesh
just,
Warriors
I
of
think,
Chaos. It's
one
not the
more
same thing.
time before we move on the Endgames comparison. So we kind of bundled 2 things in there, right? Endgames and Archaon. But just for those who missed it. So the current crises, they will be called crisis events. There'll be more of a mid-campaign
This is
power boost to a
fantastic.
faction. But what we've got are 3
This is
bespoke,
absolutely fantastic.
I guess, thematic,
Yeah.
more...
They are much like the entire DLC and update.
Once
It's End
the
Times
live stream
inspired,
is
so it's
over,
not a
we'll
direct,
probably go back through and
translation
pick
1-1
out
of what happened in the
some
End
various
Times.
things.
We are taking inspiration from what were the motivations
So
of the
Sigvald
characters,
is going to be
what
like
were they
Azazel.
trying to achieve.
Sigvald's
and how can we
going to be
bring
like
that into
Azazel.
Warhammer 3.
Fantastic. Then we have one other thing before we move on to our next section, and it is a really pretty cool opportunity that landed on our laps. Our friends over at Weta Workshop, which I don't think I've ever said Weta out loud, and I've just seen how many bits there are on the name, and I don't know if I've said that correctly. They are also big fans of Warhammer, for those who don't know.
Weta
They made a
Workshop?
whole bunch of statues, and they are making one to celebrate Total War Warhammer.
Oh.
But it's just a tease. We're not able to say exactly
God,
who
they're
they're working
making
on.
an Archaon
So
statue?
stay tuned to Weta's channels, and you'll be able to find out more
Fuck,
about them.
I
And
need
maybe
it.
someone will be able to guess who it is and who's getting a model.
Fuck,
But
I need it.
if you're excited
They're
to get a
making
model of
an
that,
Archaon
that will be
statue.
coming soonish.
They're making
Almost
classic
as hard as the last
Archaon.
Who's that unit?
It is. I did realise, as I said, coming soonest. I have no idea when it's coming out, but it's cool, and there'll be more information about it. On Weta's channel.
Holy shit, it's
Right,
going to be
let's
so
move
expensive.
on to
Fuck.
firstly this. Welcome back. Let's talk about victory conditions. So we've had a look at victory conditions in 9.0,
Yes.
Yeah, all of them.
and I think that's the headline here, right? Is every lord
Oh,
has had a look at their
victory condition
conditions?
overhaul.
This
Let's
is something we put off for a long
go.
time because it is such a big piece of work. But it
Victory
Yeah, you can't just
condition
do one
overhaul.
group.
Officially.
We're gonna do the whole shebang.
Yep. And there's been I've got the
Focused
before and after
rewards,
here.
thematic
So at the
/
moment,
mechanical focus.
to talk about the philosophy
every
of,
lord
of,
has
victory
unique
conditions. So a lot of
victory
these were put in with the
conditions
release
and
of the Mortal
improved
Empires,
UI.
right?
Yep.
Some ported over from 1 to 2,
Thank
some more bespoke.
God.
So they were shared culturally. So is that each race kind of having a similar theme?
So it was actually even more broad than that. It was shared by these hidden groups of chaos and
Right.
destruction. So it wasn't even just ogres have this and greenskins have that. It was everyone that we think is within this broad spectrum gets the same thing. So it was super broad, and it was necessary for Immortal Empires to get that moving at the pace it needed to. But it has always been something that we wished we'd gone back to, and now we are.
Holy
yeah, we wanna
moly.
inject some
That's
flavours, some
huge
Yeah.
for this
So
game.
and I think we've got 3 examples of some victory conditions before and after. But the the change now. So focus on conquest. I like being
That is
something removed as more
huge.
thematic. As someone who likes to play Oxalotl, wasn't a fan of having to raise 30 settlements. I just want to live in the south and like just live my life, like adventuring out. So the plan one's bespoke per lord. We said every lord's had a look.
I'm so glad that's
they're
going
thematic
away.
and mechanic focused, so it's more about using the faction
So
rather than
Sotek is 100% in
a
all
carte
of the
blanche.
games.
Go and do this.
Wow, clearly we should change the victory conditions.
Focused rewards.
Make that
so
not suck
we'll touch
now.
on rewards.
We can touch on rewards a little bit, but the headline of it is currently short victory and long victory are by and large shared generic effects for everyone. And again, that was just a part of the Immortal Empire's setup. We needed to get something in.
Yep.
What we've done now is for the short victory, there is a shared cultural reward.
Yep.
So all of the high elves will have one reward, and the second short victory is bespoke to the character you are playing as.
Oh,
So
that's
2 key
really
rewards.
cool. So you get a
And then the
unique long victory
is
reward.
it is still in the
for
same
everybody.
thing as what's live of. It's a more generic reward that's help, and the goal of the rewards is to encourage you to go to the next stage.
Yeah.
So the short victory is a nice little thematic bump to go, hey, why don't you stick around and complete your long victory with these thematic rewards?
Yep.
And when you get to long victory, the only thing left after that is domination or surviving the end games. So it's a bit more of a generic.
And you know
here's
what?
a
Long
slight
victory is gonna be
bumping
much
your starting rank and those kind of things, so
more
you can
useful
keep the
with
pace that you're
the new
clocking.
end times coming
We
out.
don't. So we'll be showing some of the
Because
victory
it's going to be
conditions. We won't
stuff
show
that
some of
helps
the
you
rewards, 'cause I
power
think they're all still going
through,
through
like the
levels of
actual
approvals.
ending of the game.
I've seen some of them. Some of them really exciting. So really excited to see what people think when we start to be able to talk about them more. And the person in me was like, I'm live and I can say what I want. I want to start listing some of the ones I like, but I won't. I'll hold back. So what we'll start is we'll have a look at Thorgrim.
Bro, I'm so excited for this
This
update.
is what Thorgrim's current short and long.
Okay, so this is the
victory
current
conditions
one.
are. So you can see here.
Tiny picture.
It was you're going to see it was a lot harder to fit the new ones in. So that's everyone can remember. That's what it looks like. It's also why I got rid of development in progress. It's already developed.
Everyone's snipping
Yes.
tool right now.
Yeah.
And then this is what the plan was.
Oh,
So
look at that!
I think for Thorgrim, this is kind of an archetypal faction
Build the
leader
throne of the
version
High
of our
King,
reward update.
compete a legendary
Yeah, so
grudge,
for the faction
confederate
leaders, we
2 other
do want
dwarf
it to be
legendary
about,
lords, finish
unifying the
2
faction.
Age
That's
of
why we've got
Reckonings,
something like the Confederation
and
but
kill
even within, there's still,
Skarsnik
like,
and
clear
Gorbad.
cultural goals, and there is like the appropriate landmarks that we want you to get.
Yep.
But you can also see.
Oh,
here
they're
there's
tying
a
in
couple of UI
landmarks.
improvements for how we're showing off
long
these things.
victory,
A lot of our victory conditions.
build the Great
UI
Gate
was
in any
updated,
of the unique,
and,
any of the
we've had
following
quite a few
unique
people trying to
locations.
Make it
Spend
not look
2,000
so
oath
basic,
gold, complete
which was
3 legendary
actually quite
grudges,
difficult.
win the
For
Great
anyone
Book of
who's actually
Grudges
touched the victory conditions, because
battle,
it's a very popular mod.
quest
They'll
battle,
know
Yeah.
it's
and
quite dated
confederate
UI.
And I
basically
think
all
also,
of the
while
dwarf
we're on it,
legendary
to touch
lords.
on that,
This looks
what people see is
so good.
The goal here isn't to emulate popular victory
Look, you
conditions,
no longer
right?
have to paint the map
We're both
with
beholden
dwarf.
to different rule sets and different
That's
player
so
expectations
good.
for sandbox gameplay.
That's
But also
so
it's-
good.
That experience is out there and it exists. So if that's the kind of experience you want, you can get it. What we're creating is our own version of the experience.
Yeah, precisely. And for what it's worth, we really like that mod. We
Yeah.
think it's a really cool mod. And like you said, we had our own.
Oh, they're talking about
ethos
the.
of what we were trying
victory
to achieve
overhaul
with it,
mod.
and how we made a
This looks
unified approach
great.
across the
Those
game.
are
But
thematic.
for a long time where we had just the Immortal Empire.
Those are
configurations,
thematic
I think a lot of players did appreciate the
builds.
effort
What
that
happens
we
if
put
you
in,
don't have
for
the
sure.
Bellegarde
I'm in a
DLC?
lot of trouble because
You
I
can still
short
confederate
several
them.
times on the Thorgrim
I
story.
think,
So
right?
there we go. That's 3 entries.
What if
in
the other
book.
legendary lords get killed? The
so shall we talk
dwarves
about
can
the
resurrect
beastmen? So we've
lords
got
through the
Taurox.
Great Book of Grudges
So
mechanic.
this is the before.
Oh,
get some
Taurox the
marks.
Brass Bull. Okay.
Occupy, loot, and raise some places.
Kill a bunch of factions, especially
lot of
ones that
factions.
you're nowhere near.
Yep. So everyone remember, this is what we've got, and this is what we'd be looking to move into.
Yeah, I think there's a
Oh.
couple of things I actually want to call out here, and the development in progress is doing some heavy lifting, because anyone that is eagle-eyed will see, raise the Minotaur's cap twice. This is because we are testing out the tech. It's new tech to get this to work, so that those numbers are all placeholder as is. But
Placeholder
the
tech,
key
okay.
thing that would have changed from the previous one
Win
to this
3
one
battles in one
is
turn,
whenever we
reach
say
Ruination 3,
kill a
complete 2
faction,
rampages.
they should be, and if we've missed it, it's a bug. They should always be
Build
legendary
one
war factions.
unique
We don't
Hearthstone
want you to
to
just be
level
killing random
5.
factions anymore. It's not a particularly
Raise
noteworthy
30
achievement,
settlements, that makes sense
and
for
we
him.
want it to be that those factions are where you are.
Kill
or
3,000
someone that you actually
entities
should
with
be
Minotaurs. It's so
thematically
funny.
trying to kill. So Torox being all the way in Nagaroth, it didn't really make much sense that he had to go and kill Karl Franz.
Yep.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Was that Torox?" And now I'm doubting myself. I think those were the right pictures.
It was Torox.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Good. They've confirmed. So.
Okay,
Anything else? And also, I guess the special headstones
the new
is
one
a really
just
cool
wants you to
change
make
up.
big
But you
boy
can see the point here,
Hearthstones
Beastmen
and
have
run
got a
around and
sandbox
destroy a
faction.
bunch of the world.
So
That's
we've maintained
awesome.
that sandboxness. It's
That's
just a bit more
awesome.
thematic to Torox.
Exactly that.
So shall we talk about tic-tac-toe?
Tic-tac-toe!
He's hoping he spelled it correctly. So this is the current
He
tic-tac-toe,
misspelled it.
And I think, well, you can say, what do people hate about this condition?
misspelled tic-tac-toe!
You have to go to
There's a cube!
I've got the cap on because the light is so blinding.
It's the worst resolution.
He spelled it wrong!
Yeah, well,
Why
yeah.
2800? It's a placeholder.
So you should talk about this one.
I'm waiting for Sotek to suddenly appear on the live stream. I did not go. I did not go to
make sure
England
you are
recently.
fighting, going after things that make thematic sense and around where your character starts.
Yep. I have actually misspelled tic-tac-toe.
You have.
Yeah, don't. Oh, all right. And so everyone remember, this
That's
was
so
before,
funny.
and it's still misspelled. But this is the after.
Okay.
So
Control the
what are
western
we
and
seeing here
central
in differences
jungles.
of conditions?
Spend
So we're seeing
1,000
a shift
spawning
of stuff into
sequences.
the short campaign
Do
as well.
6. Okay. Research
so
all
we're
of the
seeing,
beast techs.
around cultural mechanics like the spawning sequences. We're seeing
Get
and
5
again, these
flying
numbers are all
units and recruit
temporary
and
as you
get
put
them to
in.
rank
Yeah.
But
6.
rather than just actually the recruit one's a good example to talk about. Where we want you to have themed armies with tic-tac-toe, you should have these flying units.
Then get
we didn't
spend
want the objective to be
2,000
purely
spawning.
just recruit them,
And then
because we
control
felt
the
that would be a bit
Southlands
of a
jungles.
weak ending to a campaign if you ended on a I clicked recruit
Yeah.
victory. So we have the rank condition in there as well, because the goal
This
and
is
hope
great.
there is the likelihood is you'll end on a battle ranking up those units.
This
so
looks
that they
really,
cross that
really, really,
threshold.
really good.
So that is something else we're trying to achieve, is make sure that we don't end on a bit of a weak ending. We want it to have like a nice battle, something exciting that made it feel like a victory.
Get the proper Lizardman Air Force.
Exactly. And someone said, "Oh, have there been any changes to insert any lord name?" And I think the answer is yes. Right.
Yes,
So every
everyone's
lord.
changed.
Yeah.
So these are 3 examples of.
But actually, tell a lie. A couple of the more recent DLCs haven't changed that much because
Shiva, for example.
Yeah, for the players who are paying attention, we were sort of figuring out in the last 3 DLCs what works.
Yeah.
So that we could go.
This is
what is it
so
from then
good,
on?
dude.
And that's why
This is
it's
gonna
been a
make
little
actually,
bit
like,
inconsistent
beating
in
the
last couple of
game,
DLCs because we were trying
like,
to figure out
so much
what was the
less
best approach.
painful
So,
for most
like,
players.
Shiva either won't
So-
change at all, or
so-
is changing very
Sotek
small
is in-
amounts
just in
compared
a green
to
box.
a lot of the older characters.
And
He's
someone
not
asked
even
me
at
what the
home,
rewards
he's just
are.
pretending
We did speak
to
about
be.
that before. The rewards are all the rewards changing.
That's so funny.
A large swathe at least.
Basically, all the rewards are changing.
New
except for
new
Chaos
short
Balls,
long
'cause again, they
victory
had
for
something
all
that was
factions
actually
in the
networked.
game.
Yes. So we will.
No.
We'll
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah,
be
for
able
all
to share more
factions.
about
So
that as we
every
get closer.
legendary
There's just
lord
so
has
many of them.
brand
Like,
new
we had to
short
pick
and long
3
victory.
here out of
stuff.
100 lords. I mentioned at the start, like Oxalotl, he's lost his go and take 30, and it's instead about doing his missions, right? And I think that's the vibe people will see for all of these. Is it's much more focused on the faction.
This is great.
Are we doing anything with flybys?
Yes.
Flyby.
Is that subtle enough, do you think?
We wanted to come back and address the fact that flybys have been essentially gone,
Yeah.
right? Since we made Immortal Empires. Sure, we've got the little camera pan down, but it's nothing like what we did originally for the Warhammer series. So you're going to get to see those again now when you start the game. They're not going to be focused on a particular character, but on an area of the world. So you'll get some lore, some explanation, like a setup where people are, what they're doing.
Hooray! They're bringing
Give you a
back
lay of the land,
opening
basically,
campaign
and
flybys.
hopefully create that immersive
A lot of people
start
really
that
like
a lot
those.
of people are after.
And that's what a flyby is, right? Is when you start the campaign, you're being zoomed around, you're being given the lay of the land. I just saw a couple of people going, "What's a flyby?" But I think the one I saw about a minute long, just narrated, giving you that context.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know people really miss those, so a lot of people are very happy to see them back.
That's great.
Norska rework when?
That's great.
I saw in the chat. I think about 8 months ago. How long is time?
A little while ago now.
No, we need a
Shall
Daniel
we talk
rework.
about
We need
vampire counts?
Demons of Chaos rework.
So to caveat this, we don't have any specific screenshots of the vampire count stuff. This is going to be a bit more of a discussion of it. Some of it more tied to Neferata bits that we didn't want to show. So we're going to have a discussion of it. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that's changing, and then we're moving on to our third section of the stream. So
I missed the
Vampires.
patch 8.1.
They've had a couple of changes.
They've been waiting for them as well.
Whoa.
I mean, they got the bloodlines back 7, 8
Vampire
years ago.
layers,
that was
dual
one of our
focus text tree,
first remakes
Confederation
that we did.
feature,
I don't even
corpse
recall
resource,
No.
convert
Panel.
regions to
Yeah.
undead wasteland climate?
But yeah,
There's a new climate type?
Yeah.
Another reason why we don't have
Whoa.
many images is this is the most work in progress in terms of we are playtesting this quite significantly right now,
Yeah.
and things are changing a lot. So
Yep.
I'll be somewhat vague at times.
Well, we'll
I
go
think
back.
this is the
once
intent
stream
that we're
is
going
over.
for at the moment,
Yeah.
right? But we need to prove it out, make sure it's fun. And,
Yeah, but the big thing here, I'll start with the reworked because it's grounded. You understand what is already in the game. So Raised Dead, nobody actually used local recruitment for vampire counts ever because why would you? It was not the way that you actually recruited. So we've acknowledged that that is not the way that you actually recruit, and we have now changed Raised Dead to be the default way of the vampire counts recruit. How it works now is to jump to the new section. So I'm going backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
We've got corpses. So when you fight a battle in a province, the number of people that die contribute to the corpses in the province, and you can use those corpses to immediately re-recruit the units that you want.
Yep.
So very much like how Raised Dead worked, but instead of it using treasury or dark magic, it now uses corpses as our fuel.
Okay, so it sounds like normal recruitment for vampire counts is going bye-bye.
The tiers 1 to 3. The tiers 4 and 5 will use a different resource, which is effectively like blood kisses plus. We're still working on that.
Plus kisses. You can take that.
Oh.
Plus kisses.
Amazing. But we're still working on what that name will
Okay,
actually
so
be
regular
called.
recruitment is
We'll
gone for
workshop
vampire
a few
counts.
options,
It's
but effectively
almost
it's
all
blood
Raised
kisses
Dead now.
plus. That'll be
Or
used to
something
recruit the
something
tiers 4 and
similar
5
to Raised
units.
Dead.
So corpses are a provincial recruitment. You walk into somewhere, you go, there's loads of dead bodies, let's get some skelly bobs. And then you want a big terrorgeist, well, you use your special blood kisses plus resource, and you can do that anywhere. It doesn't matter whether there's corpses in the province because you're using a special resource for it. But because we're shifting to everything's immediate recruitment, and we know it is, we're also going to be using unit caps now. So we still wanted the buildings to actually be useful, which is part of the problem.
Okay, so they're going to be like
local
Tomb
recruitment was
Kings,
a bit
kind
of
of.
a failed version though, because you never built the buildings because that wasn't how you even got the units. So now you build the buildings to help you get unit caps, so that you can use the new recruitment loop. So that's the big.
Okay, so you still need a large empire with vampires.
Changes. There's a few things that are self-explanatory, like there's a new tech tree. It's split between 3 sections: a necromancy section, a vampire section, and a shared the units section. And what else have we got? Oh, we got new convert regions to. So there's quite a few places in the world where you don't like the climate. You can spend your blood kisses plus resource to actually change it into a new climate type called Undead Wasteland. So you can turn anywhere in the world into an actual Undead Wasteland.
Vampires being able to corrupt
it's an expensive
the climate
thing to do, and it can be reverted if someone takes away your big settlement. But it's
the undead being able to convert the land itself using Dar is so fucking awesome.
Anything else we want to chat about
so
here? We've got the and more because there are a whole bunch of other little
so
things being
cool.
I
changed.
didn't even mention vampire layers. That's a big one.
That is.
And
I saw some people saying, "What's a vampire?"
So the big change there. But I mean, realistically, necromancers and vampires are on pretty substantial different power levels. And I don't think we really captured that in the live version of the game where you can just get either or. So to get vampires now, you have to find a vampire layer. You can either take the settlement or send an agent off to find the layer. And when you get there, you then customize what your vampire is. So you can build a vampire to make sure that the army, that when it comes in, it comes with an army. It comes with some special traits, comes with some special items.
We can build a vampire mechanic!
You pick what bloodline it is. So your vampires are always one of the bloodlines. But you have to find them. So they're limited, but intentionally from the get-go, we are making the more powerful option.
That's awesome.
And vampires are much more rare.
Doing some cosmetic work on.
It's more like the ice witches. It's more like the ice witches mechanic.
And then they're ready to roll.
Fantastic. Is there anything else we want to say about the vampire counts. I guess one thing new is they will have a new legendary lord in Neferata, who we'll speak about at some point in the future. But yeah, we've got their like
it's less Daniel, more Ice Court.
And
yeah, there's so much we could go on for quite a while if we listed every minor thing. So we've sort of hit the big topics there.
Fantastic.
You're not going to be switching out body parts.
Oh, one other thing that I cut off of this because it was small, but I think people really like is Vlad and Isabella being able to become lords in each other's campaigns via their skill tree, which has currently been looked at.
Yeah, that was something that where we are now stripping back how many vampires you get based on how many layers you have. It was noticeable when we played Vlad that actually maybe I kind of just want Isabella to also lead her own army because having a second powerful vampire lord is very useful.
Wow,
but
they're making the Vlad and Isabella situation like super custom.
Army, leave her as the hero, or vice versa, leave him as the hero. But if you do just want a second,
so you can now have Vlad and
lord,
Isabella as two lords, or you can keep them lord and hero.
I think that is what we have for the 9.0 section. There is more in 9.0 that we're looking at. We couldn't quite fit it all in here. I don't know what the time is.
10 past.
Yeah, we got to move on then. So there is more in 9.0 that's being worked on, but we'll when we're ready to show all that,
really
we'll
good.
Show you some more with gameplay builds.
This looks really good.
Right.
Yeah, I hope they make the AI default to Vlad and Isabella as lords. I think that's nice.
It's time for our redacted reveal. I've seen a lot of people in chat hoping and guessing for very different lords, and I know there's one person on Reddit who's really hoping we're about to announce a man-sized rat, but we're actually going to be announcing a man-sized man, a slightly bigger man-sized man, and then something
Glottkin!
Enormously not man-sized, kind of
Glottkin!
man. So we're pleased to announce the next Lord of the End Times is
Otto!
1, 2, and 3.
Girk!
Who is this?
The triplets.
Hey, where's that Moonclaw idiot?
Triplets. So this is the Glottkin.
Oh guys, it's totally Moonclaw. The leak
the
said it's gonna be Moonclaw.
Otto and Girk.
It's not the Glottkin, guys.
So they come as
it's
a
Moonclaw. We've got the
Glottkin. Stomping around there as we see with Ethrak and Otto on top.
Big motherfucker.
So you got a casting character up.
What
there.
A big motherfucker.
As well. Their backstory, if you don't know, they were raised in sort of the Norscan waste, and the Empire came and smashed down their village and destroyed everything. They lost their parents, and of course this was just the opportunity for Nurgle. There's already a connection there to sort of sow that seed.
I told y'all those leaks were bullshit.
To him, and we have this mighty, beautiful trio.
It does feel like they got very different deals in that barter.
Bro, Otto's got a big old wobbly
They're
gut.
joining us as
Warriors of Chaos.
Warriors of Chaos.
Okay, so they're not Nurgle, they're Warriors of Chaos.
And this actually goes all the way back, like maybe 20 minutes or something. Part of the reason we're comfortable making Sigvald a champion is because we are sort of opening it up to go, okay, well, the Glottkin will be a second Nurgle champion. We're okay having a second Slaanesh champion.
Okay,
but the big reason why we wanted them to be Warriors of Chaos was
so they're going to be joining
campaign
Festus.
Playstyle point of view,
they're going to be joining Festus, not Nurgle.
We've got Warriors of Chaos here. We've got Festus there, and there's Nurgle all the way there. This was our nice extra step along the journey of where do they sit in this picture. So they have the greatest access to demons and the Nurgle roster compared to any of the other. None of the champions of Chaos will get anywhere near the level of Nurgle access that the Glottkin will get, but they are still using some of the core Warriors of Chaos loop with their own special mechanic as well.
And I think we'll swap on over to showing actually. Hopefully they can still hear us showing the Glottkin in action.
Good. Bro, this is the first
Nurgle
Nurgle character we've gotten with exposed intestines.
I can see people saying makes sense. But I think a couple of those units will also show what we've been able to add to the Warriors of Chaos roster by making Glottkin into Warriors of Chaos. Right?
15% missile resist.
For those that know every unit we have in the game so far,
Pestilent
there's actually
Torrent.
not that many Nurgle units left.
Yeah.
We've got all the ones that we can get in now.
Yeah.
But there are other units that were still on the table. So
Dude, he looks so good!
Again, as another justifying point.
He looks so
Glottkin being
good!
Warriors of Chaos allows us to bring in some of the really cool...
Oh, they're going to show the Pestilential Torrent.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yep. He's doing some Gribblies as well right now, by the looks of it. It's, so he's got a
Does
special,
Ezra
I think
have
it's
a
an ability,
shooting attack?
right, that you're using there to, and then I charge him in. I quite enjoyed recording Glottkin. He's very imposing. One of the figures we'll show later, I did not enjoy having to record, as you'll see. But a fantastic
please show
model.
us some
he
units.
did keep turning away from me all the time I was recording. But fantastic attacks. I think we've got that guy at the top as well. He's casted, throwing down some ranged fire.
Okay, so
Walking
Ethrak
in.
has a shooting
Well,
attack. That's cool.
Not really, but he's
One projectile every now and then.
Yeah, he's swiping. So Otto's at the very top. He's our super fan of Nurgle. He's the true believer of the three brothers. Ethrak is the caster, somewhat in the middle with the third arm, which is casting some of the spells in the animations. And Gurek, but he can only say Gurk now, so he goes by Gurk, is the big boy stomping as we see on screen. I do want to take a second to point out the top and bottom titles, because after the last time we did this video, all of these stats are definitely going to change.
Yeah,
Like,
I can see a lot of people trying to discuss
yeah.
the health.
all of these stats are definitely going to change, and they are work in progress.
Work in progress.
Showed the Tutelage and
Work in
there's some
progress.
Concerns. And that won't be what's in the game.
So I grabbed this from a build, 3 days ago, Friday. Had to re-export it today because I misspelled progress. But which goes to show how development in progress that is, even working on the words. But that is absolutely right. So I think there were some balance questions last time about Knights Panther, and I believe by the time we showed the video, they'd already been rebalanced from them.
Yes.
So I would take the numbers on the side as kind of a guide of what we're trying to make their role, rather than the specific numbers they'd land on.
Yeah, it's also where we don't necessarily show many of the abilities, because that's just more areas for us to say this is work in progress.
Yep. Shall we move on to the next unit?
Please,
Or
more
should
units.
I say
He's got some friends, hasn't he?
units?
Putrid Blight
so the Putrid Blight
Kings!
Kings.
We got
Hector.
Nurgle Fat
And
Boys!
do you know what? I think there was a thread about this I saw yesterday.
With exposed
debating
guts!
how we would do them. Would they be one unit? Would they be variants?
We finally got
And however
big,
There's three variants.
fat,
We've got all three variants in
ugly
there. Yeah.
Nurgle Boys!
here, and these are going to cycle through. So here we've got the base variant as axe and shield.
Oh, there's multiple
and then
variants
we've got
too.
dual axes. I've got to say, I love the stomachs. On
Yeah,
these
like the
guys.
little
Bro, we're
barrel,
finally
little
getting
lurleen.
horrifying Nurgle. That guy doesn't have a face!
And then at some point,
Oh no, he's wearing a
in
male
about 10
face.
seconds, it will show us the third variant, who has, you can see one there, the nurgling in the stomach
Yeah.
They have
is
Nurglings in their stomachs.
fascinating and
That's so
disgusting
funny.
in equal measure. So is the bell. Some of them have like a
Yeah.
bell ringing in there.
They got maggots.
So
Dude,
we've
we're
got three
finally
different
getting
variants here. What
gross
was
Nurgle
is that us
infantry.
trying to mirror
And
what
they're
we see on the
great
tabletop?
weapons!
Yeah, effectively. We
Bro.
wanted to make sure that we
Nurgle,
got all of them
Nurgle
in,
feels
so that there was a
complete.
space in your roster for them as well. Like
Nurgle
they are one of
feels
the most iconic end
complete.
like that are in the entire setting.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, we have to do every.
Oh,
part. We
look
can't
at
just
them
pick our
go!
favourite.
For sure.
Look at them
We
go!
see them absolutely chow down on some units here. I think these are a mix of very low level and decent tier Kislev. But they, especially the great weapons, absolutely chewed through them in this.
I think to that point, that's what we've been trying to do for all these rosters, all the characters.
So we now
across,
have
the Lord of the
three
Empire
of the
forces.
like
Make
aspiring
sure that we've got,
champion
you know,
mono
thematic
gods. So we've got
units that
Putrid
are
Blight Kings,
associated
Champions of
to
the
it. So
Slanesh,
they do
and
come in slightly
Wrathmongers.
different shapes and,
Yeah.
and sizes, but it's really
Well, Skull
true
Reaper
to
and
the lore
Wrathmongers.
that you get in that pack.
Outside of Glottkin, who else would anyone else have access to the Putrid Blight Kings? Are the Nurgle factions?
Yeah, so the Nurgle factions
Yep.
get them. Glottkin gets them.
Nurgle,
Archaon will definitely get them. 'Cause
Glottkin.
Archaon gets everything. He's
Yeah.
the coolest guy.
I imagine Festus.
Someone said
We'll see.
they don't look entirely finished, and they are development in progress. And
It was a keen eye whoever said that.
then I'll let this bit finish off just because there's a fun. I love seeing the animations of the
Grandfather
great
loves
weapons.
you.
But then we will move on to our next unit, who I think is one very tall, who I think people are going to be pretty excited to see.
Very
Um,
tall.
Kitted out as well.
Indeed.
The
I put the future
Chaos
Glottkin there to show the
Giant!
absolute scale of this.
Chaos Dwarfs!
You can see there's
Chaos Dwarfs rejoice!
The armor on the giant is maybe what's going to differentiate them from what's already in the roster.
110 armor on a giant.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. The blades
Chaos
linked
Dwarf
up.
fans!
Gameplay-wise, definitely the armor, right?
Rejoice!
Biggest weakness.
Rejoice!
A few cheap archers can eventually take it.
Ripping
You're
blades.
going to struggle to take this down.
Causes disorganized. We're getting
that's
Yell
the
and
big
Ball.
upgrade.
Hopefully that's for
But again,
old giants.
to go back to why Warriors of Chaos is really useful for the Glottkin pack is we've got this awesome guy.
Oh, they have directional
and
shields
as we've
too,
done many times before, these guys will turn back up in the Chaos Dwarf Hellforge as well because
That's exactly what people were
Yep.
just asking.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm glad you
Chaos
mentioned
Dwarves.
that.
We're on the same wavelength.
I really hope Yell and Ball is going to all
So you can
giants.
see, I think we had up there a couple of the abilities as well. I think we saw one of them pop as he charged in, which is an aura, which, if I had the memory to be able to remember what it said it did, I'd be a stronger man. But that'll come.
There's Yell and Ball.
Yes.
And there's the active, which is Ripping Blades.
Yeah, which I don't think we get to see ripping. There you go, Yell and Ball. So reducing the leadership of everyone around them, which is the hex that we saw coming in.
It also gets rid of charge defense. Bro, he just removes charge defense. Oh, he's scary. He's scary.
Okay, we have one more unit that we
One
have
more
to
unit?
reveal, and then we are going to start wrapping things up.
One more unit?
Let me just see if there's any questions from chat that have been passed forward.
I'm going to ask CA if Yell and Ball is going to be for all
nothing I
giants.
can
Because it
see
should be
there.
for all
Alright.
giants.
This was so difficult to film.
Oh, this guy.
Yes!
He moves around.
Yes! The
so, you can see
Basilisk!
it here. He moves around
the
so
Basilisk!
much.
He's twitchy.
He is. I love this though when he's burying
Look at
himself in
him
his
burying
wounds.
himself in the sand!
Not a sentence I thought I'd say.
Bro, Norska and Beastman need to get this.
So
Norska and
Basilisk,
Beastman need to
what
get
kind
this.
of role
It's the
is there? We've got him up there as a
Basilisk!
support monster. What kind of role should we expect to see?
I think that's a pretty good summary.
Oh,
being a
Maleficent
support monster. It's
Gaze?
another pretty fast, big
It sounds like
monster
the name
in
of a
the
club.
roster, a single monster, and they've got a few auras on them. that
Damage
make
over
them
time.
problematic.
Good, they
Is
did
it
not
the
give him the
stop?
Petrify. He
No,
doesn't have
it's
the
not.
Petrify. That's awesome.
It's just a bit
Look how
heavy.
big he is!
But yeah, another
Look
big
how
fast
fucking
monster,
big he
effectively.
is.
Yeah,
He's
which is
huge.
quite useful for Warriors of Chaos because really, they've
Oh, he just
got the
ate
sort of
that
not a few
guy.
Really, really
He
big
just
ones,
ate
but
that
this
guy.
year, they're kind of in a comparable point to Shaggoths in terms of cost range. So it's a nice, cool unit to have.
It was a great one.
So they're generic Warriors of Chaos. They're undivided.
Oh yeah.
And
And then they said, well, why don't we also have him pick up a unit and eat them live on the battlefield?
Yeah. But it's great to get him into the game now. So,
It's one of my favorite monsters.
We've done quite a
I
few.
think there's like a couple of things of the incarnates, but we've got the vast majority now.
Yeah. There's a question there of if you'd know who else would get access to the Basilisk.
So it's being debated because there's a certain culture that just happens to inherit.
I think that is what. I think that's the one that's currently being debated in chat.
well, let's say the debate continues, and potentially you could weigh in on the debate.
Yeah.
If you have a very strong opinion, let us know, and we can talk about all of our many stakeholders that agree on where should it sit.
We're seeing. I mean, someone said,
Beastman,
are we talking about
Norska,
the French? That's
Warriors
not the
of
faction we're
Chaos.
talking about.
Beastman,
every
Norska,
DLC has a
Warriors of
Beastman
Chaos.
DLC.
Beastman, Norska,
I mean,
Warriors of Chaos.
I'm not seeing anyone say no. I don't want to see them as Beastmen, but I'd be surprised if I did.
I'm waiting for the one guy on Reddit who says, "I don't want to see them in Beastman."
That'll be me. I don't want to have to film it.
They've come a long way, the Beasties.
They have, and we'll see if they get a little bit more. Okay, I'm bringing us back to our camera.
Let's
we're back.
fucking go!
So that's our little preview of another Lord of the End Times and some more of the units coming
I'm
with
so
them.
excited.
Exciting.
I'm so excited.
Look at the
Who
smiles.
could be the fourth?
Oh, so there is one more who we won't be talking about. So I don't want people to think that was me teasing that I was going to build up to something.
No.
One more who we won't be talking about. But we've now got 3.
So the last
reveals.
legendary
We've got
lord is going to be
Nagash,
thankful.
We've got
It's
Boris,
gonna
who we
be
revealed
thankful.
during the show and tell, and now we've got Glottkin.
Yeah. 3 great ones. And another great one still to come.
Exactly.
It's-
But people
No
really
way
liked
it's
it last
not
time
thankful.
that we didn't stop there when we revealed the units. We gave them teasers of some other units. So I've grabbed.
Honestly, I bet they
4
don't give them to
images of
Norska.
other
Jake, how
units
much you
that will
wanna
be coming
bet?
with the Glottkin. And
How
I
much
have
you wanna bet?
desperately tried to make these slightly harder than last time, because I think the Empire ones, within 10 minutes I saw people had got them. So this time,
these ones are better. These are actually a bit more of a challenge.
they're Sean approved. So we have 4 teasers here of 4 different units. None of these units are ones we have already revealed, at least to the best of my knowledge. So we'll see if people are able to work some of these out. Someone said, well, that's just obvious. And I hope they're joking, all right? Because I took so many different snips to try and work out which ones aren't too obvious. I think one of these is much more obvious than the others, but we'll see. Someone's correctly guessed that all 4 of them are Pontus.
How did they know?
Clearly, I've left the names on, but we'll see if people are able to work those out. I was thinking we could have confirmed the Empire ones, but I think it was all just kind of agreed upon and set.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it was agreed within 10 minutes. One person had a conflicting opinion until they pointed out.
Yeah, someone put a picture of the model and they're like, no, it's this part. So we'll see if people are able to get this one.
So these are
everyone
either...
so a lot of people trying to work out if they are Vermin Lords. These are all units coming with Glottkin as part of the Warriors of Chaos.
So they're either generic, Chaos Undivided or Nurgle.
I think that's everything that we've got. Let me quickly
anchor
see
on
if
the
there's any
bottom
questions.
right. Does
So,
Gutrot Spume have an
Giants
anchor
yellow
on his
ball.
model?
Do all giants get yellow ball?
Actually,
As it
no. The
stands
top
today,
left. The top left is Gutrot
No.
Spume.
But
The
with all
tentacle
these
is going to be
tabs in
Gutrot
that
Spume.
program,
Yeah.
Because he's got
he
holds his axe. Or
and we've
he has
answered
a
about
getting coming
maybe
out around
who's
his
going to
axe.
be. We're looking at who's
That's
going
going to be Gutrot Spume.
Fantastic.
Top
Okay.
left is Gutrot Spume.
Let me find my pieces of paper and we can start to wrap this up. So that's we don't really need a name for this. We stole it from GW Rumor Engine, the CA Rumor Engine.
What are you talking about? This is unique. This
My
is
unique idea that I came up with.
Yeah.
Josh's snips.
But yeah, let's know what you think of them. Otherwise, that is our
Bro,
stream.
I'm
for you
so
guys today.
happy.
Hope you enjoyed the What's Next Live. We hoped to give you.
They
a bit
just
of a
said
glimpse
all
into
giants
working
don't get
for
the yell
9.0,
thing? Oh,
another
we'll
look
see
at
about
another
that.
Legendary Lord.
We'll see about
Let us
that.
know what you think.
We'll see about
the format
that.
of this and other bits you'd want to see. You will be hearing from us next, I think, generally in streams. I think I'm going to take next week off just to do a bit of work on this room. Maybe when we come back, we'll have little microphones here instead of ones up there, so I'll stop hitting my head. We'll see. But when you can expect to see more from End Times is at the moment when it's ready. We are heads down. I mean, you two in particular, I apologise for stealing an hour of your time. Heads down, launching later this summer. I'll still be here. We'll be chatting 8.1 next week. We'll be playing some campaigns. We've got plenty of other streams on the way. Not just about Warhammer 3, sorry guys. But for 9.0 and End Times, the next time you'll hear from us will be closer to launch.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where we are. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Really appreciate you all coming along. Thank you so much, my wonderful guests. Lovely to have you here. I think we managed to get through everything in decent time, and God see. So thank you very much for coming on.
No worries.
We'll see you all next time. See you at the next stream.
See ya.
Bye.
It's quite a few button presses for me to get to the end of this.
We'll sit here.
Okay, so
Yeah.
couple little things
They
here.
pointed out.
Yeah. So
So we've got that. I feel like that's definitely Gutrot Spume. Flarekin Blade is top right. Flarekin, that's interesting. Flarekin, huh? Oh, you know what? You know what? That could be a Flarekin arm. Because this looks like the bandage that wraps around and holds the blade on. The tail could either be like a Pox Magath or someone could check either the Pox Magath or the Giant Spine Chaos Beast or the Great Chaos Spawn. Those could all be potential for the tail. The bottom left is a Pox Magath. This is a Pox Magath tail. No, the Pox Magath is the bottom right. The skull on top of the rider. Oh, you're right. It's the back banner. It's the back banner. Yeah. These could all be Pox Magath riders. Pox Magath is bottom left. It's like a banner. So you know what this probably is? This is probably all 3 Magath riders and Gutrot Spume. I wonder if that's what they did. I wonder if it's the I wonder if all 4 of these are legendary heroes. These could all be legendary heroes. It could be like the theme. So it'd be Gutrot, and then the 3. No, because they've said they're Nurgle units. They're not Skaven units. Four legendary heroes? That is likely what it is. It's probably 4 legendary heroes. If they're adapting the Nurgle book as written, then it's 4 legendary heroes. It's definitely Flayerkin. Here, let me pull up the... Let me pull up the Flayerkin miniatures. See, it would be the one that has the, it would be the one that has the bandaged arm. It's got 2 spikes coming out. It could be Flayerkin. It doesn't really look like the model. Let me look up the, hold on, let me pull up the Magath Lord kits. Let me pull up the Magath Lords. I think they're still, yeah, they're still playable in Age of Sigmar. Maggotkin of Nurgle. Where are my... Okay, so that's Gutrot Spume. 100% confirmed. 100% confirmed. See the way he holds his axe? Where his tentacle is holding onto the bottom of it? So the top left is 100% guaranteed Gutrot Spume. Gutrot Spume confirmed! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Okay, so we got Gutrot Spume. Please, God, CA. We need Gutrot Spume and, Steercar added to Norska. They're both Norskins. Okay, the other 3, I honestly think the other 3 are the Magath riders. So let's look at them. Okay, so we've got Morbidex Twiceborn. Let's see here. Is there anything on this that looks like Morbidex? Oh, you can see the other, like, kits. The top? Oh, is that the... Yep, there it is. There it is. So the back banner coming off Morbidex Twiceborn is the bottom right. So the bottom right is... Do they have like turnable? No, they don't. I would really wish they had turnable images. Oh no, they do. Haha. Okay, so there we go. So Morbidex Twiceborn is this. So Morbidex Twiceborn confirmed. So we've got Morbidex Twiceborn up here. What about... Can we get a 360 view of the other 2? What about Blobe Rotspond? Yes. Okay, we do get a 360. Okay, so for him, does he have a tail? It has a stinger, but doesn't really have a tail. He doesn't have like a big bladed arm. The stick's in the back? Lower left is the back spikes, but it's rotated. You think so? That kind of feels like cheating. You think this one right here is the back spikes? On Blobe? I don't see it. Oh, the 3 nails. But it doesn't seem to end in the taper. Oh, the monster's back spike. Yeah, you're right. The monster's back spike. Okay, so that's Blobe. Okay, so bottom left is Blobe. Bottom right is Morbidex. Top left is what's his face? Gutrat Spume. So that should mean the last one is Orgoth's Demon Spew. Oh, they all have the big spike of the nails coming through it. That's a really weirdly distinct looking claw thing. No, Skaven. Skaven are probably going to be the last pack. Skaven are almost assuredly going to be the last pack. Yeah, I don't really... I could be convinced that this is Flarekin, but the weird little spikes are throwing me off.
Giga_Golgantz cheered. X100.
Is there another Nurgle Beast? Not really. But we have seen it's the main horn. It has a hole. I don't think that looks like the horn. It doesn't have the... Ooh, I just realized they have maggots in the marrow of the horn. That is fucking gross. It doesn't have like the little serrating claws coming off of it. Yeah, because the nails, the 3 nails going through the horn, that definitely seems like it's the Magath Riders. This is definitely legendary hero. Someone in Discord says top right could be Flarekin. I could see it being Flarekin, but the Flarekin miniatures are so old that it's very, very difficult to like say that with any form of confidence. Because their miniatures are like ancient, and they were kit bashes for the most part. It could be Flarekin. Flarekin would make a lot of sense, considering we're getting the Chaos Siege Giant, and they're also doing a lot of undivided units. Flarekin would make a lot of sense. Maybe generic Magath Riders and the Legendary Hero version. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I would be super surprised if we got generic Magath Riders. I would be incredibly surprised. Games Workshop was like really specific that the only 3 Pox Magath Riders were these gents. Like they were like really specific on that back in the day. That being said, it could be the case that they free that up for Total War. The only worry I have about that is it would unbalance the chaos equation. Because it would be that it would mean that the Nurgle guys have like a more powerful monstrous mount that the other ones don't have. Oh, the Magath could be a generic unit though without a rider. I could see that. The Pox Magath just being like a generic unit, like just a big monster. That could work. That could work fine. Maybe they come in a group of 3. That would be a really weird. That would be a weirdly powerful unit. Magath Riders or Blood Beast equivalent. I could see them. I could see a non-mounted version. I could see a non-mounted version of the Pox Magaths being a unit similar to the Blood Beasts. That would actually be really cool. If they wanted to do non-mounted Pox Magaths as like a powerful Nurgle Chaos Spawn type unit, that would be sick. How can the 4 Chaos factions be balanced? Remember, this is not adding units to. This is not adding lords to Nurgle. This is adding lords to Warriors of Chaos. So they are doing this is a Warriors of Chaos DLC, not a Nurgle DLC. It does have Nurgle units in it. Can we see the top-down view? Yes. Kind of. I mean, y'all can go to Games Workshop's website and do this yourself if you want. Yes, they specifically said it's going to be Warriors of Chaos. It's not Nurgle.
Giga_Golgunts cheered. X100. They said in the stream that the Skaven crisis would be one of the 3 big end-time crises, which accidentally confirmed them as the last faction.
Yeah, well, let's all be very honest here. Let's all be very honest with each other. It's thankful. It's so obviously thankful that it's kind of a joke at this point. Like come on. Come on, guys. Come on. It's thankful. All right, it's not it's not that big of a surprise. That's why they're saving him. That's why they're saving him for last. They missed such an opportunity to show Glottkin versus Midland and Toddy Boris cinematic trailer would be fantastic. So I have heard that there is a trailer that will be coming at some point, but it's like the full thing. Like it's like the Lords of the End Times trailer, not each individual group is gonna come with a trailer. No, it's gonna be Queek's girlfriend, Gweef the Head Giver. Bori, come on, it was right there. You should have gone for Queef Head Giver. It was right there and you missed it. It was right there. Okay, so okay, for those that either missed the stream or weren't paying attention during the stream, the reason they said they are making it generic Warriors of Chaos rather than Nurgle is so that they could add a bunch of undivided units because there's just not that many Nurgle units. Okay, I missed the 8.1 patch stuff, so I'm
we've
going
hit
to
the
watch
end of
this
the
real
timer,
fast.
so we're going to be live no matter what.
I'm going to
Someone
watch
say
this
if
real
you can hear
fast
us.
because
We
I
can
haven't
hear
seen
you
it
and
yet.
see you. Thank you very much.
Because I was a little late.
Welcome to... I don't think you've done a... We've not watching this a pretty good and Scott because with screenshots. We are going to start off with patch 8.1.
Slanesh
Patch 8.1
Basilisk
stuff is going to
Gear
be very quick.
Slanesh,
because the focus of this really is
Basilisk being
9.0
part of the Slanesh
and our
roster.
redacted
Probably nay.
reveal, which I'm very glad to see says redacted,
Like,
and I didn't put the wrong asset.
Trying.
So
When we were trying to figure out what monster could be part of the Slanesh roster, the answer was there are no good answers. Like there's no good answers. Everything that could be an answer is like a struggle. And the Praeton just kind of like ended up in there. The Basilisk, I made an argument for it and was like, you could make an argument for it, but it was a stretch. It was a stretch.
Just to clarify then, so 8.1 we spoke about in the show and tell. And we spoke about the
Am I happy with the
campaign
Sigvald
AI
move?
prioritization.
Am I happy that Sigvald
gonna
is
be
a
changing
Slanesh Warriors of Chaos character instead of
I think it's more of a
Undivided?
linear
Yes, that's
change
very
in
good.
tasks.
That's a good thing.
There are some like caveats that we'll have in the patch notes about where behavior isn't worse, just not as improved.
When is the end times
and
live? They
most of
haven't
that
said
is
yet.
linked to customization of.
They have
alien
not given
prices.
us a release date
So
yet.
If you're doing wacky things with, we're hoping to see some big improvements from. Shot of 8.1 currently is next week.
Yeah,
So test.
right.
No.
Okay, so
hopefully
patch 8.1 is coming out next week.
you guys will have your hands on it soon. We'll have patch notes detailing
So
what the changes we made
patch
are,
8.1 is next
where
week.
you'll see the biggest
Awesome.
changes.
Awesome.
But that will be coming next week. So look forward to that then. Right, shall we start talking about 9.0?
That's it. That's all they give me. No details. They just say it's next week. Get out. That's very funny. It's next week. Now get the fuck out. Okay. Well, fair enough. You know what? I guess I can't complain. Fair enough. Okay, so the rumor engines, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is Morbidex Twiceborn is the bottom right. Gutrot Spume, one of my favorite Nurgle characters of all time, top left. I'm so excited for the Kraken Lord. I love the Kraken Lord. He's so cool. The Kraken Bane, excuse me. The Kraken Bane. Bottom left definitely seems to be a Poxmaggoth, Poxmaggoth's back spike that's been rotated 90 degrees. I have no idea what the top right is. A Flarekin seems likely. A Flarekin seems likely. I looked on both Orgoth's Demon Spew and whatever the fuck the wizard's name is, and I didn't see anything that looked like this. Because this looks like a bandaged arm that's got like claws coming out of it. Sotek's opinion on Glottkin being in Warriors of Chaos. It makes sense. I think CA is keenly aware of the fact that, listen, I love you guys. All right. Okay. I'm going to be really honest with y'all. No, bottom right is not the tusk of a Maggothkin. Bottom right is the back banner on Morbidex Twiceborn. Unless you're getting, wait, is my stream mirrored? No, it's not. So I think if you're left, you're getting your left and rights mixed up. The other left, or the other right. Okay, so just for confirmation, Slanesh is gonna have 4 characters. No, that is not right. That's wrong. All right, everybody listen. Everybody listen. Really close, okay? Everyone turn your hearings up. My hands are up. My hand is up, class. Class, my hand is up. Stop talking. Everybody listen. Everybody pay attention and listen, all right? What they said was that Sigvald is going to go from being a Warriors of Chaos Undivided character to a Warriors of Chaos Slanesh character, just like Azazel. Alright? And then they also said that the Warriors of Chaos are going to have 2 Slanesh characters and 2 Nurgle characters. So you're going to get Azazel and Sigvald for Warriors of Chaos, and you're going to get Festus the Leech Lord and Gutrot Spume for Nurgle. For people that play Mono God, right? For people that play Mono God, there is still only 3 Nurgle characters, 3 Slanesh characters, 3 Khorne characters, and 2 Tzeentch characters. They will probably add Egrin von Horseman to Tzeentch at some point in the future. Okay? Okay? That would balance it out, because let's all be honest. Let's all be honest with ourselves right now. If they had put the Glottkin in Slanesh, that would have been really weird. If they had put the Glottkin in Nurgle, that would have meant that there would have been 4 Nurgle characters. And I'm going to be really honest with you guys, okay? I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just being really honest with everyone. Everyone in this chat right now is likely incredibly autistic or damn near close. You're an honorary autistic. And if they had put 4 Nurgle characters, then we all would have been like, oh, there has to be 4 for the other 3 gods, which I would have agreed with. I would have said the same thing. And CA went, nope, they're too fucking stupid. They're too stupid. So we gotta put Glottkin and Warriors of Chaos, because otherwise they're gonna lose their shit. So that is why we are where we are. What's the difference with Sigvald? There won't be that big of a difference. He's just gonna be more like Azazel. So he's only probably gonna have access to Slanesh stuff. He's no longer gonna have access to Nurgle, Khorne, and Tzeentch stuff, because he's not going to be undivided anymore. Saya, thank you for the super chat. Do I think the Giant Spine Chaos Beast is likely? Yes, I think the Giant Spine Chaos Beast is actually extremely likely. Especially because if you actually look in the, if you go look in the art book that they released for Total War Warhammer, the trilogy, they released an art book for Total War Warhammer, and the art book has art of a Nurgle Giant Spine Chaos Beast in it that they've been sitting on for a really long time. And it is my deep, genuine opinion that it's gonna be put into this. Like, we know it's been on their mind for a long time. So I would say the Giant Spine Chaos Beast is extremely likely. The Yeti, you people and your confusing mono gods, there's only Hatchet! Chaos Siege Giant! Okay, chat. Okay, hold up. I'm holding up my hand. Quiet Coyote. Oh, wait, hold on. Chat. Chat. Everybody listen. All right. Everybody listen. Okay, here's the thing. I need your help. I need your help. Right? I legit, honest to God, I'm not, this isn't a bit. I need your help. So, I need y'all's help I am about to go on a crusade. I am calling an errantry crusade. All right? I am calling an errantry crusade, and I need all able hands. Or we're calling a WA. That, sure. It could be a WA as well. Whatever your flavor, it doesn't matter. So here's what we need, right? Here's what we need. We need to make forum posts, Discord comments on the Total War Discord threads on the Discord and Reddit posts that we need for 9.0, we need Norska to get access to Gutrot Spume, Steer Car of the Swordsvenair, and at minimum, we need the Basilisk to be available. Yeah, politely. We need the Basilisk to be available to the Beastmen, Norska, and the Warriors of Chaos. Okay? And then we need the Chaos Siege Giant. We need Yell and Ball to be available to all giants. All giants. All giants should have access to Yell and Ball. And I'm going to make a video and I'm going to post on all sorts of places art, or I'm going to show you, I'm going to post pages of the Greenskin Army book that shows that Yell and Ball has always been a part of all giants. Because it's a universal rule for giants. Plus, giants kind of suck. Like, they're not that great. They're not that great. Giving all giants a -4 leadership aura doesn't seem like it should be that big of a deal. that feels like it should be an easy include. Bro, I'm so happy about the Basilisk. I think I can't stream for too much longer because I'm stuck to my seat. If you catch my meaning. Andrea, thank you so much for the Prime. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the Prime. Is the Etten a giant? No. Cursed Ettins are not giants. They are their own distinct creature. When I say all giants, I mean the giant, the Chaos Giant, the Beastman Giant, and the Ogre Kingdoms Giant. So, like, I mean, like, just giants. Rovanim, if they make it, Nagash can get Vampire Lords, and Archaon gets Monogod Lords. Can't they make it so Monogods can unlock / Confederate Warriors of Chaos Monogod Lords? Could they? Yes, they could. I don't know if they're going to, but could they make it like that? Yes. Could you repeat what they said about Sigvald? You know what? No, I'm just gonna... No, I can't. Because I'm just gonna...
Was from a...
Let them talk about it. Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
We were trying to figure out who...
Hold on.
Domination or...
Hold on. I'm just gonna find the clip myself.
Tick.
Yeah.
War.
They are much like the entire... It might change.
The new... One other thing before...
Hold on.
There'll be more information about it. Celebrate. Total. That will be coming.
You know, translation one, secondary work, where he gets his... of course, the buy the DLC or not, you will see the
had
Oh wait, no, they announced it.
Little touch up.
No, they did announce it right before Archaon.
Okay. Thing will change when you're in the devastation, and the music will play.
there are other
and you can go after the Chaos Portal Fortresses, which is the... No, it's actually... It's the realm of chaos and the mortal world as being weakened.
because we are going to the topic of him, Archaon. So Archaon's had some
A little touch up.
I have to remember.
Let me get that user and just log into that PC. It saved me a big headache. It is a big remodel, but you can see he's if you want to say, hey,
Whatever, I can't find it. Okay, so what they said, Jordan Mass, thank you very much for the Prime sub. What they said was that Sigvald is he's staying in the Warriors of Chaos. Sigvald is not going anywhere. Sigvald is staying right there. They're just making it where Sigvald is going to be exactly like Azazel. That's it. That's it. So instead of being a Warriors of Chaos undivided character, which he currently is, they're going to make it where he is a Warriors of Chaos Slanesh character. Sigval was the first thing they talked about. Was he?
Tech 27 SS cheered. X100. Do you think that they will add the Chaos Realm into Immortal map?
No. I want them to. I want them to very badly, but I do not think they're going to. I could be wrong, but as of right now, I do not believe they're going to add the Realms of Chaos to Immortal Empires. I hope they do, but I don't believe they're going to do that.
Yeah.
But I think other than to talk over the end time structure update.
All the big free update.
Well, yes, end time. Keep along with us. We'll move on for the chart. So we're planning on the right.
Yeah, off this called Endgame, just spawned a big, just like necessarily hit the Vermintide turning up game. Actual events, and you go, what this is going to say? Ended, reuse, and now we are going, let's do more.
Good ones are still these ones are cool.
I'm effectively player. I'd be wait a bit until he's got.
Whatever, I'll find it later. Can we talk about the vampires? Aside from chaos, the vampire changes are very interesting. Yes, vampires looks really exciting. Vampires looks really... Will this be the last DLC? No. I can tell you for a fact the answer is no. This is not the last DLC for Total War Warhammer. I can 100% confirm that from the horse's mouth. I went all the fucking way over to Creative Assembly Studio to get that confirmed. I went there in person to learn that information. What changes did the vampires get in general? So it remains to be seen for sure. I need to just go make some videos because doing this in a live stream is genuinely stupid because I'm just going to be repeating myself over and over and over and over again. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead. Let me get caught up on all the super chats and everything. And then I'm going to try to get out of here so that then I can go make videos like covering all this information instead of us like just running around in circles. Do you think there will be some changes in the Vampire Coast? I really doubt it. I really doubt it. They might do some small things with the Vampire Coast, but I don't think there's gonna be like major shifts. Like maybe the corpse system, but will be like adjust for them as well, but it's hard to say. Kurt Kobrak, so with Glottkin and Sigval changes, we need a second, well, I don't know if we need, but a lot of people will want, let's say, a second Warriors of Chaos representative for Khorne and Tzeentch. Who would you pick for those roles? I'd say Egrim is full Tzeentch too, but I'd like King Adela and Eagle Steersborn for Warriors of Chaos. So if I don't think this is gonna happen. I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot now, and I'm gonna say personally I do not foresee this happening. But if they were going to do one more legendary lord for Warriors of Chaos Tzeentch flavor, and one more legendary lord for Warriors of Chaos Khorne flavored. For Khorne, it would definitely be Egil Steersborn. Egil Steersborn would make by far. It would either be him or Hargoth the Bloodied One, but I think Steersborn would be better. Hargoth he's all right. He's a little too. He's a little too similar to Arbol, whereas Steersborn at least has some fairly unique identity. Steersborn would be the most likely Warriors of Chaos Khorne character that could be added. Tzeentch is hard. If you held a gun to my head, I would actually probably be like, we should use Takarzanek from Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning, but I don't think legally they can use him because he belongs to like a really nebulous, non-existent set of... I think he technically partially belongs to EA. I'm not sure if Games Workshop has the full intellectual property to him or not. But King Adela would work. You could definitely do King Adela. King Adela would be kind of weird because then you'd have like a Skeggy campaign, but it's Warriors of Chaos instead of Norska, which I'd be like, ew. It could be Galroch. You actually could do Galroch. Like Galroch could be a legendary lord for Warriors of Chaos, and just be like a full-on Tzeentch, the Tzeentch Warriors of Chaos lord. Like Tzeentch already has 2 legendary heroes with the Blue Scribes and whatever the fuck his name is, sword, a big windsword bro. So they could do like Galroch and Egil Steersborn, and that would probably make the most sense. Egrim von Horseman should be in Tzeentch. Like, he should be in straight Tzeentch. But Galroch, I think, would actually work well for a Warriors of Chaos Tzeentch character. I actually do think that would work exceptionally well. Pormesia, can the new thing for Isabella / Vachinesh they're working on lead the way for Dieter to be a lord as well? So, okay. Hi Josh. Everyone say hi to Josh in chat. I'm gonna be really blunt with you guys, okay? Because I want this. And this is one of those things that I think as a community, if we're polite, if we're very polite, we can ask for. We can politely request, politely ask for, would be, I would love to see Wallach Harkin at minimum be an optional lord, just like Vlad and Isabella are, where if you want Wallach to be like a Blood Dragon lord, he can be. Dieter Hellschnitt, I am less inclined to fight for. It could be done, but I would be like, yeah, I guess, like, we have 2 Necromancer legendary lords already. Do we really need a 3rd? So like, I don't know if I'd be willing to go to the bat for Dieter. I would be willing to go to the bat for Wallach. But once again, it's gotta be polite. But this stream was fantastic. This was a great stream. I think this was even more improved over the last What's Next stream. This one did an absolutely fantastic goddamn job of adding to the like this improved, like showing off 3 new units and showing off like animations and some unique abilities and stuff. Josh, if you're still here and you can hear me, I need you to warn everyone in the office that if the Basilisk is not available to the Beastmen and Norska as well as the Warriors of Chaos, I will be forced to travel to Horsham, and I will be forced to do a hunger strike on the front lawn of CIA headquarters. I don't like it any more than I don't like that idea. I'm a fat man. I like my food, but like, it is a hill I will die on. That won't last long. Shut up. How dare you? How dare you say that about me? If CA made a totally not in the lore legendary lord to add to the game, who should they add to? If they were gonna make a brand new character from scratch, the best places to put them would either be Demons of Chaos, Vampire Coast, or Norska. Those would be the best places to add them. Because those are the factions that could definitely use more fun characters, but the amount of material available to do so is really thin. Like, really thin. Okay. It's the hill Sotek would fast on. God damn it, that's what I should have said. No! That's what I should have said. I ruined it. Dude, you ruined it. Ah, I fucked that up. Damn it. Master of Distaster is much smarter than me. A Famir character for Norska? Muna Mim, dude. We need that Muna. Inject Muna Mim directly into my veins. I want to get juiced up on Muna Mim so bad. Yeah, this was a fantastic stream. This was an awesome stream. I am gonna have to make a lot of videos clarifying some stuff that they said in the stream because a lot of people have already been asking questions. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. What'd y'all think? Good? Bad? Happy? Disappointed? Thrilled? No Moonclaw throwing myself off the Hearthstone. The Moonclaw leak was fake. I can't believe it. I thought, yeah, there we go. Pormesia, Bretonnia needs a major DLC, just one. Castellan, Lord, Herminitis Hero. I still feel like I'd rather have the Faceless as a Lord and then have like a Yeoman Warden as the hero. I don't know. I feel like the Hermit Knight wouldn't offer that much interesting in my humble opinion. Necroplayer, I hope Thankful comes with some special heroes for Skaven. So I would say it seems pretty much guaranteed at this point that Thankful is the last Lord. And if they're adapting everything from the end times, the legendary hero for Thankful is almost certainly going to be Screech. I would be willing to bet significant amounts of money that it's going to be Screech Vermin King as the legendary hero. Hopefully they won't make us wait long for part 4. It'll probably be in July. I would guess that the final what's next for Lords of the End Times, which will hopefully include the trailer and the release date for the DLC. Hopefully that will be in July, like late July. Knowing CA, probably like July 31st. Does July have 31 days in it? Hold on. Yes, it does. Okay. It would, and it's also a Friday. So probably July 31st. Let's yeah. let's be honest with ourselves here. Have you been given a try for Total War 40K thing? I played an alpha version of Total War 40K over a year ago. I have not done anything with it recently. Putrid Blight Kings are aspiring champions and there are 3 units of it. They're kind of like the equivalent. So like kind of like how the equivalent for Khorne is the Skull Reavers and the Wrathmongers. The equivalent for Slaanesh is the Champions of Slaanesh, and the equivalent for Nurgle is the Putrid Blight Kings, which have variants. So it's kind of interesting. Like Slaanesh has like the one like super terrifying unit. Khorne has like 2 completely different units, and then Nurgle has 3 variants of the same unit. But they're more elite than chosen. We'll put it that way. Did I enjoy it for the raw version? It was. I thought it had some very, very good promise. Cries and Zinch again. Zinch, you'll get your day in the sun. I genuinely believe, Zinch, that you will get your day in the sun. I would be willing to bet a lot that there is a character pack coming for Zinch. Just like Bashiva got. Like, I think a character pack for Zinch feels extremely likely. Verado, I think for Warriors of Chaos Zinch, the legendary lord will be Malik the Changer. If anything more will be added. Egrim should be Monogod Zinch, and the Bane Towers are needed. Bane Towers would be super cool. Malik the Changer, I don't know. I'm kind of on Malik the Changer. I'd rather have Galrach. I think Galrach would be more interesting to me. But Malik the Changer, he's okay, but like I kind of think of him as being on par with Steercar. I don't know. I'm not a huge Malik the Changer fan. Gurk's right arm is short. It's because it's a big mouth with a big old tongue tentacle coming out of it. It's more tongue than anything. What other heroes could Skaven get? Like, do you mean legendary heroes or do you mean regular heroes? Real question, will they do the Monkey King dirty and just give him a character pack? I mean, maybe? I doubt it. I feel like the Monkey King is going to be kind of a big thing. I could be wrong, but I feel like the Monkey King will probably have like a substantial DLC around him. Galrach, I see him as more of a legendary hero than a legendary lord. Well, that's how I feel about Malik the Changer, but you know, that's fair. We can agree to disagree, and that's totally fine. Galrach is Zinch or his warriors. If he's a legendary lord, warriors. If he's a legendary hero, who cares? Legendary character for Skaven. Legendary characters for Skaven. The only two they're missing right now are Screech Vermin King. Oh, so they're missing Thankful, who I think will be a legendary lord. Potential heroes. The only two off the top of my head they're missing are Screech Vermin King and Squeal Gnawtooth. Which Squeal Gnawtooth is a Packmaster legendary hero. What about Pestigor, Great Bray Shaman, and Pestigor Bray Shaman? No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. If they did that, it would open a massive can of worms. Because if they did that, then everyone would like lose their fucking minds if we didn't also get it for Zinch, Slanesh, and Khorne. Like people would like riot in the streets. So I don't think they're gonna do that. Honestly, I don't think Nurgle's gonna get any generic characters. Like Nurgle had, like we've got the cultists, we've got the the sorcerers, we've got the regular guys. I don't actually think Nurgle's gonna get any generic characters. I think they're just gonna get legendary characters. Like if they get Gutrot Spume and all three Magath characters, all three of the Magath writers. Like, that is so many fucking characters. Special characters. I would not be surprised if Nurgle does not get a generic characters. Because, like, what are you gonna do? Your only option would be to do some kind of Pestigor character, which would cause a whole fucking thing. Or you'd have to do... You couldn't do a Putrid Blight King thing, because that's AOS. That would be Age of Sigmar. And that would get you in trouble. Generic support lord? I still just, I don't know if I see it. We have Putrid Blight Kings in fantasy. The Putrid Blight Kings started in fantasy. Putrid Blight Kings originally are from Warhammer Fantasy: The End Times. Anyone got a link to the stream? There you go. All right. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna keep talking in circles. I'm gonna go. I haven't had food yet, and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and peace out. Right, so why can't we have a hero version? Because the hero versions were not added until Age of Sigmar. Putrid Blight Kings, the OG Putrid Blight Kings were a unit only. That's it. They were only a unit. character versions were created. A lot of different character versions were created by Games Workshop, but they were not created until Age of Sigmar. And Games Workshop is a huge fucking stickler right now for not letting AOS stuff cross over into fantasy stuff. Like, they are being huge, like, pains in the asses about that. But anyway, I hope you all had fun. I hope everybody had a really good time. I had a great time. I thought this was awesome. I think they showed off just the right amount of stuff to be like, ooh, delicious, delicious. I'm pretty sure they included the Basilisk just because they wanted me to ship myself with Nurgle's Glorious Delight, which I did, confirmed. It reeks in here right now. And I can assure you that's not my innate natural musk. But I'm going to go ahead and bounce so I can go get food. Also, I'm going to be back later today over on the Lorebeards channel. I'm going to be back in 3 hours at 3 p.m. CST to play a tabletop game of Age of Sigmar against our head mod, Hawk Oddly, as part of our league. We're going to be playing an Age of Sigmar game, and it's basically going to kind of be an informal Q&A as well. So if you're like, Sotek, I have more questions about shit, then feel free to come by the stream and hang out with us, because we're just going to be kind of chilling out and doing all that stuff. Basilisk not having a shooting attack? It shouldn't. The Basilisk should not have a shooting attack. It has the Maleficent Gaze, which once again I think sounds like a great club name. For like that would be a great gay bar. Maleficent Gaze, that cracks me up. It's just like the cockatrice. So it's like, I'm looking at you thing is an ability rather than an attack, which is totally fine. I'm fine with that. All right. I'm going to find somewhere to rage all off on. So y'all can go hang out with somebody that's like playing video games while I'm stuffing my fat face somewhere in the world. In fact, I know just where I'm going to send you. Because Mimi Maple, who I was streaming with on Monday, is playing stuff right meow. Or she's playing Total War Warhammer right meow. So, hope you all have a lovely day. Please take care. Have a good one. And bye-bye.